Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Man Talk. You are watching us here at KTN Life and Style on KTN Home. I am your host, Susan Joroge. So excited to get into the show today because we're going to discuss topic moto. We are going to be discussing cheating. I'm going to be joined with three gentlemen who are finally going to be giving me the men's view, the glimpse of how men understand cheating and why men are not held as accountable to cheating like women are. I know, right? I have a lot of tough questions and I'm really looking forward to my guests. But before I get there, I always like to share with you guys a love message of the week to help you along, to give you a little psych, to give you a little energy as you get through the week. And for now, because we've changed our timing schedule, we're at 7 a.m. on Fridays, this is to make sure that you have a really good weekend and that you don't make any bad decisions considering our topic today. So the quote that I have for you is, if you cannot say the truth, just don't say anything at all. Probably pretty handy for a lot of us that are in relationships and for many of you that might have the temptation to cheat, but I definitely do not want you to, and I want you to take better advice. We are shooting today here at Sankara Hotel. It's situated in the heart of Nairobi City in Westlands, close and convenient to so many shops and facilities. They are open if you want to have business meetings. They have an incredible gym. If you would like amazing cocktails or a nice little drink, you can enjoy it at their sunroof bar, and they also have another restaurant operational. You've seen the beauty of the hotel from our videos, so please do come check out Sankara. They've been so incredible to us to give us this wonderful space. And of course, I have to shout out my stylist, Wendy Styles. We are still keeping these jumpsuits going, girl. You have me looking good, and I'm so happy about it. Now, I'm not going to take any more of your time. I want us to go forward and meet my guests. Welcome to the show again. You are watching Man Talk, and I am joined here by three wonderful gentlemen, and we are going to be discussing a not so wonderful topic. We are talking about cheating today. We're going to be understanding it from the male's perspective, not only looking at why people cheat, but are there different kinds of cheating, and do men understand cheating differently from women, because some of us might have some experiences that say that they do. But let me first introduce my guests. I'm kicking it off with Alan Lawrence.
Yes.
Man with first two names, no stranger to the show.
Yeah, sure.
Welcome back.
Thank you so much.
Still motivationally speaking, still uplifting souls.
Yeah, sure.
And training people.
Yes.
Well, we're going to be discussing cheating today. Uko ready?
Yeah, to correct.
I'm happy to have you here on the show. Next, we are joined with Sam West, who does something quite similar to you, actually. You guys are in the same sphere of work.
Yeah.
Also a motivational speaker.
Yeah, motivational speaker. I'm also a filmmaker and comedian.
Yes.
When my jokes are funny.
When they're funny, that's when you're like, I'm a comedian.
That's
when they don't land, you're not a comedian.
Yes.
Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank
Really
you.
appreciate it.
Thank you. I really appreciate
Now,
it.
a member of our family at Standard Group, Henry Wanena,
Yes,
a TV producer. Thank you so much for coming through to the show.
thank you for having me.
Nini ili kuconvince utoe hati ya producer sasa uvae hati ya guest?
You know, with the Nairobi situation that is happening around,
Yes.
so I felt the urge
Yes.
to come and analyze the situation with these overqualified panelists I have here, so that to see ground inasemaje. So
Yes.
to see whether they are saying is true, in a correspond ground.
I love
So
it.
that's why I am here.
Wow.
Thank you for having
Thank
me.
you so much. It's awesome every time I'm joined with a member of the media fraternity here on the show.
And
So
a
I really
farmer,
appreciate
and a
it.
farmer as well.
Yes, and a farmer.
Yes.
Where do you farm? And what do you farm?
I have a farm where I do avocado farming and some vegetables there.
Nice. I love avocados. I have to compare because my avocados are from Kandaram, Boranga side,
All right.
my Shosho side.
I'm your
So I'll
plug.
bring her avocados and yours, then we'll eat and then we'll decide which
All
one.
right.
Now, today we are discussing cheating. And I've had a very interesting conversation when it comes to cheating before. I do a radio show on Vibes Radio, so we've discussed it there before. And I always find that sometimes, even through the comments people send on social media, there's a disconnect between what people believe or what Kenyan society believes should happen if a man cheats in a relationship and if a woman cheats in a relationship. There's different consequences or different answers that I usually get, which I find very, very confusing, and I wonder why that is the case. But before we delve into that depth, maybe let's discuss cheating and whether there's different types of cheating. Cheating nakwanga style moja ama kuna different types. Alan, you start kick us off.
Wow, we have various forms of cheating depending with the kind of relationship and depending with the kind of foundation the two parties involved are having.
Okay.
Because you understand, maybe some people will view flirting with another person as you are cheating on her or you are cheating on him.
Right.
So it all boils down to the kind of the love language you guys are having. It depends with the kind of communication you are having in the picture.
Okay.
So it varies with people to people.
Yeah.
Sam, how?
I think it's emotional and also physical.
Yes.
So emotional is basically where you're supposed to connect with someone emotionally,
Yeah.
but you decide to deviate it to someone else. So for the case of couples or maybe married people, you'll find, you know, you're supposed to be best friends with your wife.
Yes.
She's supposed to be, you know, anytime you have something you
Yeah.
need to share with her.
Yeah.
If you're struggling with anything, even mkienda mkosane na girlfriend yako kujiambia bibi yako ukweli.
Kulienda hivi na hivi na tumekosana.
Tumekosana. Ananiitisha pesa mingi sana. So I tend to think emotionally because one of the challenges with men, they are not emotionally available. And I think most ladies are looking for a man with three things. I think one, of course, is being a good leader and being emotionally available. Now, with the emotional availability, now what that means is you are able to engage and communicate with your partner in a way that they feel I'm connected with my partner.
Right.
You know, in fact, emotional availability is what the Kenyan man has been struggling with. The Kenyan man does not know how to cry.
Yes.
Like, does not know how to sympathize. Like, you know, being very empathetic and connecting and talking about issues. When you bring up something, I'm able to listen from your side.
Yes.
Rather than try and defend myself, but understand where you're coming from.
Right.
So anytime you decide to connect with someone else emotionally, who is not your partner,
Then it's cheating.
you're actually cheating. And it starts with the little things, you know,
Yeah.
sending those text messages like Alan is saying,
Yes.
or even flirting in the office. I discourage men from complimenting
Yeah.
other women.
Other than
If you're not complimenting your wife, then you compliment your secretary. You know, those little
Please just say
little
that again.
things.
Just say that again, please.
You should compliment your wife very well,
Yes.
more than you compliment other people out there. You know, those little things like, hey, you look nice, I like your dress, I like your, you know, I like your shape. Najua, so,
Tunazijua.
yeah. you need to always know that any compliments you make, it rings, it creates something with someone else.
Yes.
Because they feel, and then now this is it. You are a wife and your husband has not been complimenting you at home. Then you go to work and a colleague like this producer,
Mr. Henry.
single and searching and needy.
single and searching.
And he's a farmer also.
And
He has
he's a
another source
farmer,
of income.
And then
Show
kwanza
the
he's farming
continuity.
avocado, which is
You
your
know,
favorite.
you know.
You see, it's very easy to connect, you know. And then now, the thing is, the fact that he's complimenting you and you're not getting it at home, you'll start connecting with him.
Right.
That is cheating already. That is
So
cheating.
you said that you actually don't advise men to communicate. Would you say don't compliment women at work? Like if you can avoid it.
No, it's okay to compliment.
Okay, okay.
But if you've not complimented your wife,
Usiende huko nje
usiende
kwanza.
huko nje kuishare. First compliment her. Tell her you look nice. I like the way I like how you smile. I like how you walk. Tell her those nice things.
Okay.
Even call her.
Yes.
Like I advise people, call her every day. Asubuhi, you know, in the morning before I talk, mwambie, hey, by the babes, nitakumiss. Then fika saa 4 mwambie, hey, I just called to say. And then hata usimalize zima, ikishafika saa 7, I just called to say I love you. Ikifika saa 10, maliza song yote.
This is amazing advice. I love this. You know, there's some people who, like you're saying, maybe they're used or in the relationship, maybe you want to look, unataka kukaa ngumu, hutaki kukaa soft. They have never complimented. In fact, if their boyfriend or girlfriend was to start doing that today, they'd be so shocked. They get those phone calls, they'd be like, nini baya leo unanisumbua? Is everything okay?
Exactly. Compliment her all the time.
Really good advice.
Now ukinotice ana change, tell her. Like last week ulikuwa na shape ya kale kachupa ka dawa. This week sahi uko na chupa ya soda. like and compliment her. Mwambie you're doing well. I like how you
The way Sam is saying, you see, in a relationship, each and every moment, use that particular moment to renew your relationship contract. As in, like, every now and then, like the way he's just saying, you understand that women, they are more emotional. You understand? Yes. And women, we are project-oriented, we are vision-oriented. So relationship to a man does not matter. But what now, you have to be intentional to please the other person.
Yes.
And
it's not for yourself.
It's not for yourself, for you to please the other person. So it has to be like, the way you're just saying, you have to, every now and then, validate your woman. Yes. Because the moment you validate her, you make her the queen. Believe me, she will automatically make you the king.
Yes.
You understand?
And men are linear. If they are complimenting one woman, they struggle complimenting another woman.
Ah, you actually, okay, so this is important information. Yeah. Men actually are best when they concentrate on one thing at a time.
Exactly. Yes, that's why
Even
when we
women.
focus on work, we focus on work. Hatutaki story mob.
Yeah, sure.
We are rules based. That's why we love football, because it's a matter of rules. Na ref akijaribu change rules. Tunakasirika sana.
Acha tusinge mambo ya VAR. Tutamaliza hapa, please. We will not finish. Now, Henry, you and I work in the media sphere, and for us in the media sphere, I think somebody can actually, you can become very negative about relationships if you work in the media sphere for too long, because you see a lot. Now for you, do you think there's more different types of cheating, or do you understand cheating differently?
All right. Well, let's first define what is cheating. So cheating is an act of infidelity, right? So then again, I want to throw a spanner into the works and say that cheating is a personal choice, right? Yes, unaweza ingia kwa ofisi upate a lovely looking lady, but you are, before you have someone who you are committed to.
True.
So you got to restrain yourself. So when it comes that you have someone that you're committed to, and you go ahead and try to push the envelope so that you get that lady, I think that's wrong. So that you decide to cheat.
Yes.
All right. Now, say we have we're in another phase. Now we have what we call cyber cheating.
Oh yes.
Yes. So this is where you are on Instagram. I see a lovely lady. I slide in the DM. We start chatting and having conversation. Even coffee, which led to having a coffee at a later date.
Yes.
So then I'm still in another relationship where I'm committed to. So find that I'll reduce my attention to this to my woman, to the one that I found online. So it's a very dicey situation. It just needs yourself to be sure and to have your mind together that I'm committed to this woman. This is what I want with her. So I make sure everything is right with her. I play my rightful role.
Yeah, I like what you said actually, because it leads me to the next question. You're talking about cheating being a personal decision. You're the one who has decided to take this path. Yes. And at some point, with interacting with another person, you made that decision.
Yes.
Are there other reasons for cheating? Because I like that narrows it down to individual responsibility. But we all know here, if you've ever busted somebody who's cheated on you, or if you have ever personally cheated on anyone, sasa unaanzanga kutafuta explanation of how you found yourself in that situation.
Yes.
So are there other reasons for cheating?
Yes. I think men cheat for specific reasons and women for specific reasons.
Okay.
So men, I think the first one is adventure. We have this sick masculinity thing. We feel if we are able to bed as many women as possible, you are a gentleman, you are a champion. We have like this marathon, we're always competing as boys. Have you had that one? You know, like we are, and we come and tell those stories. Chana na we were equal last week. So you know, it's just a sick mentality that men have decided to get themselves into. And just wanting to sample out different types of people, you know, different types of personality. Nataka Mhindi, nataka Mzungu, nataka Mwafrika, unasikia ati Wakamba wana behaving hivi, sijui Wakale. So you want to try out all these things that you hear.
So adventure.
Adventure. Yo, that one is number one. Number two, I think just an element of addiction. There are people who are just addicted in sleeping with people. They just can't hold themselves. There are people who have no self-control. And I think in the Bible it talks about if you know very well you cannot control yourself.
Yes.
I think it's Paul who was advising people to get married rather than burn in passion. And I think that's one of the challenges that men are struggling with. And of course, there are people who will talk about, you know, there's something I'm missing from my family, from my person. Maybe she's not giving this to me. I'm kakosana. But now for women, on the other hand, there is the issue of revenge.
Okay.
When they're in the exploration stage.
Yes.
You know, ladies under the age of 25, I would never advise anyone to date a lady under the age of 25.
No way. Are you serious?
My friend
But
Henry,
some are married and they're under 25.
There is more, yeah.
there is a level of maturity that those ladies lack.
Okay.
If you ever date, kwanza these campus ladies, oh my God, hawa watakufanya upate depression. So, their interests, they want to explore, they want to know things, they want to travel, they want to go to which club. My friend.
Actually,
the
they don't know what they want
capacity-
to do in life. They have not settled.
Exactly. They
Yeah.
still,
So-
They're trying everything and anything.
So even the men in their lives, if
Yes.
you want to explore, that's the situation.
Exactly.
Also, if you want all those things under 25, usually another man under 25 can't supply all of them.
yes, exactly.
Ordinarily.
Exactly.
So you'd have to consult with other parties. let me
Exactly.
say.
Exactly.
Okay.
So I would advise anyone over at least to age of 25, they are easier to settle down. But still, I think the element of emotional disconnection, because women, and especially married women, I think the most loneliest women we have in Kenya are the married women.
Yeah.
What?
Because it's very easy. You know, there's a difference between being single and being lonely.
Yes.
And then there's a difference between being alone and loneliness. Those are two different things. Now, women who are lonely in marriages, they have an element of wanting to seek companionship.
Yeah.
And it goes to whoever they come across that is emotionally available.
Right.
That's why I was talking about men need to be more emotionally available.
How can these men do this though?
Now, this
What
is
are the steps to take? If you've been not crying since the age of 0 up till now, let's say you're around that 25 or maybe you're even approaching 30.
Yeah.
A man who maybe is a bit more aware and is realizing I'm not that emotionally available, or a man who's watching this episode and saying, what are you guys talking about?
Yeah.
I'm the most emotionally available person. What do you mean? What are the steps you take?
You know, like just to add on what he said, you understand that a relationship, today most of the people get into a relationship just like, you know, there is a way people go to buy applications, yeah? There is that warranty.
Yes.
No one reads those things.
The
You
small
just
print,
sign,
the
yeah,
terms
yeah.
and conditions.
You just sign. So that is the case that is happening in relationships. People do not know the dynamics that comes with the relationship. Remember, relationship is not a feeling, it's a commitment. So you need to enter here knowing what am I really signing up for. So the moment you know those dynamics, you will be able to understand that I need to be emotionally available for these people. Because this person values more like your emotional availability the most. So, and you realize for us men, it reaches to that point whereby not unless we get to that point whereby we be intentional to make this person happy, to make this person enjoy being with us, we will end up losing it. So you have to be very, very, very intentional to know what am I signing up for. Then another thing is you have to understand the love language of this person and effectively communicate it, because as much as today, let's say Susie, you like you value gifts.
Yeah.
Even if I spend time with you,
Yeah.
you will think that this person does not value me.
Because they've never brought me something, a
you
chocolate,
understand?
a
Yes.
sweet,
So
or something.
it boils down to you understanding the love language of this person.
Do you think men and women have different love languages? So I know there's the standardized 5 love languages. You mentioned one of them, gifting. There's words of affirmation, quality time, which
Yes.
is time spent. What are the other 2?
There is words of affirmation,
Yes.
physical touch,
Yes,
gifts,
Yeah.
then act of service.
and time spent, quality of time.
Quality of time, sure.
Right. So do you think for men it's different? You guys have talked about men being very lenient. Do you think men have similar love languages? A man who knows, I like being gifted, I like a lady who will go and bring me to things, whether it's a tie or socks or shoes or a treat. Quality of time probably is a big one for most men.
Yeah, but you know, like the most love language for men, men will never understand the language of love. we only understand the language of respect. And respect in this sense, whereby, do you respect me for who I am? Do you respect my work? That's why I say we are vision and work oriented. So as a lady, don't struggle so much to love me. Love my work.
In fact,
and automatically I'll love you.
In fact,
do not struggle as a lady to love a man.
Yeah.
Struggle to respect him.
yes.
So respect him and value and like respect what he does.
His work and his product, his
He will,
whatever.
he will in
results.
turn love you the more.
I want to second what he's saying. This is so true. I think it's in the Bible. You'll never find a verse that says, woman, love your husband.
Yeah.
No.
It always says a wife should respect the husband.
Yeah, but I'm convinced that's because the Bible was written by a man. You know?
No, it was written by the
know
Spirit
if
of
that's
God.
because those are the instructions. I don't know.
But it's very true. And if you ask a man, you know, I tend to think men have different needs. You know, there are wants and then there are needs. Needs means they have to survive on
With
them.
that, yes.
It's like a car. It requires fuel.
Yes.
So now you have a car, you are using this car, you don't need the fuel, but the car needs the fuel. So you have to go to the petrol station and fuel. So there are specific needs. That what he's talking about, respect, is very important. It's a need that a man, you know, anytime, because I never ask a man, what a man are you? What sort of a man are you?
Or man up.
A man up.
Yeah.
Other men are outside there doing big things. Now you go up. Never use such words with a man.
Horizon,
Now, I think men have 3 specific needs. First one is respect, like he's brought it up. The other one is conjugal rights. That one is a need. The same way a car requires fuel. And you know what happens? If you go to one petrol station, mpate hakuna, what do? You go to the next petrol station. That's the same thing that happens if you are not providing that fuel.
Yes.
It's, in fact, every woman should always have something written. Always open 24 hours with premium fuel.
Wow.
All right. On that part of unmet needs,
Yes.
I think that's when now opportunity comes in.
Yeah, for cheating.
Yes, that's where people now find opportunity to cheat. So, some my lady and my conjugal rights are limited. It's not the way it used to be.
Yeah.
So when I get to club or we have a team building on where I work.
Yes.
Then there's a Chile that tells me, hey Henry, I love how you look. So one thing will lead the other thing, and the next thing I will cheat. So I think that's another area that trigger people to cheat. Now I have a question to Sam. You know, we as men, we have a problem with emotions. The emotion part, because I think men, how we are tuned is we want to we want to touch and get, like we don't have a second thought.
Right.
So I would like some perhaps to tell us how can we make use of our emotion and how to be intentional with our emotion.
I think you said touch and get.
Yes, like no, kuenda.
But you see,
So I think one of the things is men are motivated by sight, and of course women are motivated by ears. So you need to know that she's keen on a conversation. She's keen on connecting with you, not just on a physical level, but on a mental. I usually say the soul, in terms of the will, the mind, and her willingness to be with you.
Yeah.
So now, most men are not good listeners. Most men just, you know, what they hear is not exactly what the other person is saying.
Yes.
And sometimes how they respond may not be now. That's where communication is an issue, because it's not open-minded. It should be a safe space. And you know, women are always looking for someone that they can tell anything.
Yes.
Without feeling judged,
Yeah.
without feeling like they're being attacked.
Yeah.
They need a safe space. So like what he's trying to talk about, being emotional and being very empathetic. I normally tell people, the Bible says, and two shall become one. One flesh. It didn't say one spirit.
Yes.
One flesh. You know what one flesh means? Your emotions are in tandem. So what this woman, if she cries, it's good sometimes the man to cry as well.
Yeah.
So lazima ujifunze.
Mnajuaniana.
That's why me I like these Luo men because they are very emotional. They cry shona venye wanalia kwa mazishi. Like, you know, and that's why I think Kenyan women say that Luo men are the most romantic. But still, I think that angle of communicating in a way that both of you feel like you're listening to each other.
Yeah.
That is now where the solution of emotional availability comes in. And it's something that we are learning as men. I like this type of conversation, this type of setups. They're allowing men to speak up and understand who they are and know that they're not just about work. You know, men are so focused on work, which is good. I know the worth of a man is in his work, but still there has to be a balance in your family, in your relationship, in how you engage other people, being social at the same time.
Yeah, I'm also so impressed that the same man who referred to, you know, women being petrol stations is the same one who's talking about emotional availability that Kenyan men need to work on.
Yeah, sure.
But we're going to break it down further and we're going to come back with Sam, Alan, and Henry right after the break.